Ever been outside on like a warm summer night and chased after fireflies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's magical.
That's kind of a core memory for me, actually. Yeah.
It is, but for some people, it's becoming just that, a memory.
Yeah.
Sadly, fireflies, like way too many other species, they're struggling to survive. But today's deep dive, it offers a glimmer of hope. We're going to be talking about the incredible ways technology is being used to try and tackle the biodiversity crisis.
Yeah, and it's a great time for it, too, because there's so many new innovations. Like, we have entirely new tools to understand and protect the natural world in ways we just didn't have even a couple of years ago.
So, okay, let's get into it. Our main source today is going to be Masood Khan's Sustainability Rewired podcast episode. It's all about biodiversity conservation technologies. And honestly, you don't need to be a scientist to get this stuff. It's actually really fascinating.
Yeah, for sure. And, understanding how technology can help solve environmental problems, I mean, that's important for everybody, right?
Right, exactly. Okay, so first up, we have what I like to call eyes in the sky, data in hand.
I like that.
Catchy, right? So we're talking satellites, drones, all that stuff that's really changing how we see the big picture of ecosystems, what we can't see just walking around on the ground.
Yeah, it's wild. We monitor deforestation, like deep in the Amazon, track endangered tigers, even just like count penguins in Antarctica,
Yeah.
all from space. It's
Right.
crazy.
That is pretty amazing. Like having a live feed of the planet almost helps us see things we never could from the ground. But it's not just about monitoring, right? It's
Yeah.
about taking action.
Yeah,
And that's where DNA technology comes in.
exactly. You know how DNA is like the instruction manual for life? Well, we can analyze the DNA of different species, even from super tiny samples, like just a feather or a scale.
Wow.
And from that, we can identify a species, figure out how they're related to each other, even track down those poachers selling illegal wildlife products. It's pretty amazing.
Wait, so it's like CSI,
Yes.
but for elephants.
Exactly. It's like CSI for animals.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So, like, authorities have used DNA analysis to track where this illegal ivory came from, tracked it back to a specific elephant population, busted the poachers, and now those elephants are better protected.
That's amazing. It's a great example of how technology can have a real impact, boots on the ground.
Hmm.
Okay, so next up, we've got something that sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Ooh, okay.
AI predicting the future of nature.
Okay.
I gotta admit, this one's a little ominous.
Right. I can see why you'd say that. But it's not like, doom and gloom. It's more about having data to make good decisions.
Okay.
So scientists are using AI to make models showing how different factors like climate change or habitat loss could affect species and ecosystems down the road.
So not predicting doomsday, but getting ahead of the curve
Exactly.
to protect species before it's too late.
Yeah, like AI can predict which species are most at risk from climate change,
Oh, wow.
where they might have to move to survive, and what we can do to help them.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Okay, this next section is my favorite. Rebuilding what we've lost.
Okay.
This is where it gets hopeful.
It is really inspiring to see technology help with restoration. We've got wetland restoration, reintroducing species that were locally extinct, even rebuilding coral reefs. Like, we are seeing such innovative stuff.
Do you have an example of a successful restoration project that just wouldn't have been possible without technology?
Yeah, totally. In the American West, there's this big project, still ongoing, to restore the black-footed ferret. It was basically extinct, but they're using captive breeding and this amazing habitat modeling software to choose reintroduction sites, and they're back. The black-footed ferret is back from the brink.
That is so cool. I love that. Okay, so we've got eyes in the sky, CSI for elephants, AI predicting the future. What's the common thread? What do we keep coming back to? Data.
Data, yeah.
Yeah.
It really is the unsung hero of modern conservation because it helps us understand the problems and then actually find solutions.
And the coolest thing is you don't even have to be a tech genius to be a part of it.
Not at all.
Like, you can support these conservation organizations, you can get involved in citizen science projects, or even just stay informed.
Totally, yeah. Public awareness, that's huge.
Absolutely. So wrapping up our deep dive on biodiversity conservation technology, here's something to think about.
Yeah.
Could technology be the key to not just preserving, but actually reversing biodiversity loss in the future? Could we actually fix some of the damage that we've done? Food for thought.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.